Hello. So I finished Beautiful Creatures last week and I'm going to discuss it. I feel really bad that I just now read this book. I feel like everyone else read this book at some point last year in preparation for the movie, and then I'm over here like reading it in March. Whatever. I did see the movie and I'll talk about that at the end. So I did really enjoy this book. It was long but not necessarily boring. I will talk about the plot first. Beautiful Creatures is set in the South in Gatlin County. It's a very small town filled with lots of small-minded people. Our main character is Ethan Waite, and he's an average kid wanting to get out of there. So his sophomore year of high school starts at the beginning of the book, and there's this new girl in town, which doesn't happen all that often. At all. Ever. And this new girl is Lena Duquesne, who is the niece of Macon Ravenwood, who is the town shut-in, or Boo Radley, if you will. So people are already judging her through events and circumstances. Ethan and Lena get to know each other, dark secrets are revealed, everyone hates them. That's pretty much, yeah. So Lena is a caster, which is like a witch, but you're not supposed to say that. On her 16th birthday, she'll be claimed either dark or light. Her birthday is soon, and she's afraid she'll turn dark because she can't control it. The book is a lot about Ethan and Lena trying to figure out stuff to make her not go dark. I am not good at condensed summaries. Please go on Amazon and read the synopsis if you want it. Jesus. So in my opinion, the best parts of the book were the first 50 pages and the last 100. Those were the parts that most kept my interest and made me want to keep reading. The rest of it was good. I'm not saying it wasn't, I just never really wanted to pick it up. When I did, it was fine. It's just not really a book that kept me going. There's a lot of detail and history that's important but hard to get through at times. Don't get the wrong impression though. This book is wonderful. It's just a little slow sometimes. It's one of those that's a lot better after you've read it. It took me a while to read. I hate to list that as a con though, because I couldn't imagine this book being done any other way. Done right any other way. Other than that though, the plot was excellent. It was a good idea and it was new. Usually in books like these, it's a girl that falls in love with a mythical creature and then her dad doesn't like it, and then someone wants to kill someone, but this book stayed away from those stereotypes nicely, except for the killing part, and that was much appreciated. It's not just a book about Ethan and Lena and them in love. There's depth to it, and there's people that he takes into consideration. There's the previous death of his mom, which is a big emotional part of the story for him. There's Amma, who practically raised him, and her entire character and how she ties into all of it. He has a best friend that he's trying to protect. There's Lena's uncle, who's always hiding something. The plot definitely didn't lack substance. The characters all had reason, there was a purpose for everything, and it was not just a silly love story. It was intriguing most of the time too. I was a lot more interested in the little things that were happening more than the big picture. There's a lot that goes on between Lena meeting Ethan and Lena getting claimed. There are things that happen at school that are entertaining. There are things that happen within the family that give you a better understanding of Lena's character. And I cared about what was happening. I grew attached to the characters, which is important in books like these. It wasn't dull. The characters are probably the biggest thing for me. There are a lot of characters in this book. They all have reason to be there and some sort of tie into the story. They were also well written and thought out, and not just extra characters thrown in there to make the book interesting. By the end, you really care about everyone in the book. Even Ridley's character. Ridley is a dark caster. She's Lena's cousin. She wasn't just the villain the whole time. She was some sort of a comic relief for me. I'd probably give this book 4 stars out of 5. I think GARCIA and Margaret Stohl did a wonderful job. I would definitely recommend this book. I think it was fantastic. There were just a few bumps. I'm really excited to read the sequel because I have no idea what could possibly happen next. Okay, so the movie. I didn't like it that much. It was good acting, it was good directing, it was good in all those aspects. That stuff was fine, I just feel like there were way too many holes. Before you attack me, I understand there are always going to be differences in a book-to-movie adaptation. But really, in this, not much stayed the same. If you saw this movie without reading the book, you would have no idea what you just saw. You would probably know that Lena was some sort of a caster and she didn't want to be dark and that she defeated some cloud. Nothing is explained. There's no depth or meaning to anything that happens. I understand that an exact copy from the book to the movie would have been really boring and it needed to be condensed and changed, but the things that they altered didn't make sense. They were things that helped you understand the story. Emma as Marion was fine, I guess, but she seemed like more of a Marion than an Emma. Ethan was making breakfast. I mean, why? If they didn't want Emma to be making breakfast, why did Ethan have to do it then? If I hadn't read the book, I would have thought Emma was the librarian who was really friendly with the waits and came over sometimes. Some of it was good, but I just really wasn't too happy with the movie. Anyway, that's all I have to say about Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stohl. Let me know what you thought. And I'm gonna go. Goodbye.